Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Two Tickets, Please. Today, we're going to be taking you along on our journey with FlySafair, South Africa's low cost carrier. And we are going to be going on one of the busiest air routes in the world, the busiest in Africa, from Cape Town to Johannesburg. So here we are at the Cape Town International Airport. We are here very early as we have a 7 a.m. flight and we've already checked in. So, what I recommend as a South African, if you are flying out of the Cape Town airport, I do recommend to first have something to eat before you actually go through security, as it is really fast to go through security usually. So, I usually go to Wimpy. It's one of my favorite places to go to, but they have another couple places like Ocean Basket and Mug and Bean. So Wimpy is one of my favorite as it is basically like a diner. They serve breakfast all day and it is the cheapest prices that you can get. Cape Town International Airport is also a smaller airport, but really easy to navigate as it's basically like one large room. And they have these large windows over the side so you can see over the tarmac. And it's really nice. It doesn't really matter if you're sitting in a lounge or if you are sitting here waiting next to your gate, you can always see over the tarmac and it's really nice and beautiful. FlySafair's boarding process is actually something that really impressed us whenever we took it. So, what they do is they are known for being the most on time airline, and what they do to assist with boarding. So, what they'll do is they'll actually board people while they are waiting in line at the boarding gates, and they come and scan their codes and they give them a little piece of paper that says that they've already technically boarded. And that way, people can just really quickly start boarding onto the plane. And also, the first half of the plane will board through a jet bridge, and the back half of the plane will board by going outside of the plane and having to get on through the back, and that actually makes it a lot faster. We are sitting right at the back at 33 A and B. So we are actually going to be walking outside, and it's something that I really like. As you can see, you get to look more at the plane and you get to see how big it is, and it's something that I personally like quite a lot. If you do not want to do this, then what I recommend is for you to get a seat in the first half of the plane. So here you can see the seat. There really isn't a lot of leg room, and that's something that you're just kind of going to have to deal with. It is a low cost carrier. You do have a seat back pocket though, and they do have these tray tables. They had some quite cool designs on them from local artists going over certain tribes in Africa. And as you can see, it's got the Springboks logo on the side, as it is in collaboration with the national rugby team of South Africa. We had air vents and lights as well, however, we didn't have any chargers. Keep in mind that also it is a low cost carrier, so the seats we found were extremely narrow. So if you have wide shoulders, I do recommend getting an aisle seat. And then also, your seat cannot recline. Also, just an extra bit of information, FlySafair is a low-cost airline, and while in Europe, if you fly a low-cost airline, usually that only includes having some hand luggage on you, but what you actually are allowed to have with FlySafair, you're also allowed to have cabin luggage as well. They do not offer any free food on board. However, you can buy some snacks if you would like. So we'll show here the digital menu that they have. It's all digital in order to save up on the cost of printing out the magazines. So you can check that out and just be sure to buy something on board if you need, or take something beforehand. So this flight is the busiest route in Africa, and this is because it's known as an air bridge. A lot of people will fly back and forth between Cape Town and Johannesburg. It's only a 2.5 hour flight, especially for business. If you're flying to Johannesburg, just keep in mind that there are two different airports. You have the OR Tambo International Airport and the Lanseria Airport, which is just a national smaller airport. That's also the older airport. So if you do want to fly to Johannesburg, be sure to fly to OR Tambo Airport, especially if you want to make a connection with an international flight. Bathrooms were really tight. That is expected though. However, one thing that I was super shocked by is that there was no baby changing station. So I'm not exactly sure if you had a baby on board and you wanted to change their diaper, where you would be able to do that. And here we are landing in Johannesburg. So we really enjoyed our flight, and we hope that you also enjoyed watching this. We were so shocked by the soft product that FlySafair provided, and in competition with their competitors like Airlink, where we thought that their hard products were much better, the soft product, the service of FlySafair, and how fast they were able to get people on and off the plane and have things running, that was running so smoothly that we were so impressed by it. So we definitely do recommend it. I don't have any worries if I had to take a flight and I was afraid if it was going to get delayed or anything like that. It's very rare for that to happen with FlySafair, so I would feel very rest assured. Another thing I'd just like to add is that OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg is very strict with taking photos and filming, so just keep in mind that. So don't take a lot of photos or videos while you're there. Very often you'll be asked to delete it, so just keep that in mind. Thank you guys for watching this video. We are self-sponsored and pay for all of these flights ourselves, so please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us a lot. If you've had any experiences with FlySafair, please be sure to also let us know and to put it in the comments below. It's always great to hear your flight adventures and to be able to interact with you guys.